and let us all do we can to build a better future.
Daniel, you got a story for the people. What is going on? Is it a good story, a happy story?
Yes, actually, I tried to pick a nice story today.
What to end our Friday show? All right, what is going on, buddy?
Okay, this comes out of Alaska. I know already. You're like, what?
Alaska?
Said good news? What happened? Is like the ice unmelting? What's happening? No. I mean, it's still melting, but there's other stuff that's happening. So this is a big thing I know a lot of people in chat have been also pushing for. We agree with it as well. So, ready for the delay? No, for real. Okay, I'll tell you. Alaska becomes the second state to approve ranked choice voting in a ballot measure that passed by 1%. We did it, guys. 4% of the states are now ranked choice voting, really northern ones, but we had nothing for the entire history of America, and now within a cycle or two, we've doubled. It's nice. Anyway, I know Alaska, real big state, but Alaskan voters have approved a ballot measure that would make Alaska the second state in the nation to use ranked choice voting in nationwide elections, with an estimated 99.9% of votes counted statewide. Ballot measure 2 has received the support of 50.55, narrow passing of Alaska's voters, according to the results posted Tuesday night by Alaska Division of Elections. Vote counting will finish Wednesday, but is not expected to change the final result. Election officials will spend 1 week double-checking the results before certifying the election on November 25th. This is a victory for all Alaskans, regardless of their political leaning. The campaign manager of the person who put together this ballot measure, named Shea Sigert. We now have an electoral system that lives up to Alaska's independent streak by saying, to hell with politics, let's do what is right for Alaska. So this means, by the way, that no one in Alaska, or Maine for that example, can ever say...
All right!
Can never say... That was good. That if this was on Twitch, that would definitely go on a perfect timing clip. Anyway, that this is the right thing to do with Alaska. So now no one in Alaska or Maine can ever say you're voting for Trump by voting for not Trump, because ranked choice voting is now enabled. So he said in a prepared statement, referring to on a line that's often attributed to former U.S. Senator Ted Stevens, starting with the 2022 election, the measure will merge the state's 2 primary elections into one. Simple, good. And the top 4 vote getters, regardless of political party, will advance to the general election. Some states have so-called top 2 primaries, Alaska, like California. Alaska will be the only state with a top 4 primary. There you go. In the general election, voters will be asked to rank the 4 candidates in order of preference. Maine already uses that system. Ranked choice voting would apply to legislative races and all statewide races, including governor, U.S. Senate, and U.S. House. The 2024 presidential race will also be ranked choice, but is not subject to the top 4 primary. So it's not affecting that specific race, but we know Alaska goes Republican anyway, and presidential. So this is good. It's another state that has decided to have a better voting system that allows priority voting. So if you're in Alaska, you can now, if you're like, I want to vote libertarian, but I don't want to hurt the Republican friends of mine, or green to Democrat, or whatever to whatever, you can now say, my first choice is green. If they don't win, next choice is blue. If they don't, well, actually, this is the Green Party. If I'm the Green Party, if I don't get my guy, my second choice is Republican, or I'm not voting. And then you leave it blank. That's a better system.
All right. So here's the thing. There's very little follow up with this, except we need ranked choice voting. We need to have it now. Ranked choice voting can only work if people start demanding it more. And dare I say it could potentially lead to us maybe having more third parties involved in our electoral process. The thing is, it's up for us as people to do this, to step up and demand more. Because look, I'm not being represented by the Democratic or Republican Party. Now, to be fair, I did vote for one Democrat during the last election, and that was for Marie Newman, who's representing my congressional district. And that's
get
it.
rid of that Dan.
Yeah.
Only Daniel's allowed.
But again, at the end of the day, we need more representation. We need more third parties, and we need more people to call for it. If we want to see the power of third parties grow, we need to start calling for ranked choice voting. And it helps, and it'll probably motivate more people to be involved in our electoral process. So at the end of the day, great story, Daniel. Good to hear about the people in Alaska. They successfully did it. Now we need to make it happen in all the other states too. And it will not be an easy fight, but it's a fight worthwhile to have.